Welcome to Politically Crowded. And first I have to say, if you're easily offended or if you're under the age of 16, probably shouldn't listen. All the opinions are opinions, simply that of the people who speak them. The station and the owners of the station are not responsible for any of the content said here, although they will edit it accordingly if it really gets too spicy. Anyway, speaking of spicy, my name is Tony Haslage. I'm the host. To my left...
You're spicy?
Oh, yeah.
To
the left...
Let's have an orgy.
Hey, all right. To my left, Aaron Rowley, President of Pride. To her left, Charles Nichols, Royal Players Association's treasurer. And in front of me and to Charles' left is Nate Oberall. He is the Senate's UP guy, University Partnership for those not in the loop. And to my right, Jeremy Hudgens, who is a duck DJ and our, normals and standards guy, basically.
I am the Ted Nugent of this outfit.
Ooh, really?
Okay, so
I love Ted Nugent.
Simpsons versus Family Guy.
Oh, that's rough.
Ooh,
Seth MacFarlane.
Why do you gotta make me choose?
Seth MacFarlane tearing into Matt Groening about how Matt Groening in a recent episode of The Simpsons, if you watched the new episodes with Sideshow Bob, he goes to Italy, he marries this woman, has a kid. And,
wait a second. Didn't he marry Marge's sister?
Well, that was in like the first episode. Yeah, don't worry about that. We're talking,
That was Selma, a.k.a. Selma Bouffier Terwilliger.
Isn't one of them gay now? Is it one of them a lesbian?
Yeah, it's Patty.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Selma, for the record, one of the best lines ever on The Simpsons was when Homer Marx tried to pressure Selma to marrying a poo. He said, "No, I know. I've already had 3 marriages to this. I don't want my name to be Selma Bouffier Terwilliger, not Sahima Pedalon."
Yeah. So anyway, we move on, and basically...
Oh, that's right. She also married Troy McClure.
Yeah. So...
Bouffier Terwilliger McClure, not Sahima Pedalon.
Okay. So, basically, in the most recent episode, how do I put this? Basically, in Italy, Lisa gets wasted, and basically blurts out that Sideshow Bob was a criminal. Well, somewhere during this episode, somebody looks in a dictionary to find out the word they're looking for. I guess maybe it was the word Medina. I don't remember. Oh no, it was the criminal book. That's right. They were looking for criminals in America, and the first one they come up to is the Snake. The guy who steals the cars in The Simpsons. Mm-hmm. Next one goes Peter Griffin. It says plagiarism. Then it flips the page. Then it's with Family Dad's guy, Stan, and it says plagiarism, and it's in Italian, but again plagiarism. Then you flip to see Sideshow Bob's picture. In an episode of Family Guy, in its opening, they spoof the Simpsons opening and has Stewie coming into the garage in his big wheel and runs over Homer. Then you see Peter open up the door and look down and go, "Who's this guy?" And basically, they're hitting each other back.
It's called infighting.
They're hitting each other back and forth between Family Guy, American Dad, and The Simpsons. And
it's a three-way dance.
Oh my!
International three-way dance. So what that means is that it's you have to pin somebody twice. So if American Dad pins Peter Griffin, and Peter Griffin's out, and then American Dad and Homer Simpson go at it, and whoever wins that, then there. Okay, done.
So basically,
when you wish they could have brought back Celebrity Deathmatch.
Oh,
that would be great.
That'd
be great.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good idea.
Seth MacFarlane and Matt Groening, of course, are having this heated debate, and they're hitting each other back and forth. But you want to add something to it. Futurama has been renewed.
Really?
4 new episodes coming straight to DVD this winter.
4. Wow.
4.
That's awesome. Wow, 4.
You know what? You know what? A lot of people don't know. The chick with one eye. What's her name again?
Leela.
That is Peg.
Oh yeah, we are. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
from Married with Children.
You did see the episode where they spoofed Married with Children in Futurama, right?
I've never seen that episode. No.
Yeah, basically a shapeshifter. In this case, his name is Al. Convinces Leela to come to his planet because he's the last of the Cyclops. Now, if you watch the series, you obviously know she's a mutant, not an alien. But this guy, this shapeshifter, doesn't know anyway. Meets Leela over the internet, convinces her to come to the planet, and
she was an alien at that point.
At this point, she still thought she was an alien. And basically, his show turns into Married with Children. So you see Alcazar is what his full name was, treating Leela like Peg.
So now it makes a lot more sense to me.
You didn't get it? Wow.
Well, I knew it was referring to something, but I couldn't
Oh,
figure
that's
it out.
great. That is awesome.
Good.
Because Married with Children was the best show in the world.
Well, now here's another funny thing. 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter. Pamela Siegel, right?
Yeah.
She's the one that does the voice of...
Siegel.
Oh, Katie Siegel, that's right. Does the voice of both of them. And Al Bundy himself comes on to 8 Simple Rules as some other character. And
Ed O'Neill.
Yeah, Ed O'Neill, Al Bundy himself, comes on, and basically, I guess, the storyline goes, Katie and Ed O'Neill's characters dated during high school before she met the guy who eventually became her husband, John Ritter's character, who is now dead. And then they also crack into Married with Children. Basically,
Wow, that's funny.
The fact that they cross over so much is funny. And where else was I going with this? Oh, speaking of which, Futurama's 4 new episodes. This summer, they'll be voicing them. And they credit the revival of Family Guy and Futurama both to Cartoon Network.
Wow.
And because of it, Cartoon Network's ratings are so huge that they've extended their schedule 1 hour every day.
Fantastic.
Wow.
And no longer are they not on Fridays, they're on every day of the week now.
Wow.
They may as well become their own channel.
Yeah.
So from 10 to 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, it is, Adult Swim. It's
I
basically...
like Adult Swim. I do watch Family Guy and Futurama at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, you watch them in the replays. Which was interesting because if you may remember another station called Nickelodeon, where they started off with a late-night lineup about 5 years into their operation.
Nick.
Well, Snick was Saturday Night Nick, but we're talking...
That's right.
And it still has
Nick at Night.
Yes, Nick at Night, very good. And now Nick at Night is up there.
Where they had reruns of Donna Reed's,
And Mr. Ed.
Dennis the Menace, Mr. Ed, Route 66, and it was...
What movie is that from?
Anyways,
Wow.
so... and then eventually, Nick at Night basically got its own station, but it's still on Nickelodeon for God knows what reason.
But they took down the
TV
slime. Dude, they took down the slime thing. They took down the slime geyser.
See, over at Nickelodeon Studios?
They used it on VH1 for a while.
They took it down.
Well, they used it on VH1 when they talked about it. It's rather interesting to watch those commentators get fun.
Now, if I'm correct, didn't the slime thing originate on You Can't Do That on Television?
Yep.
Which was the
When they
Canadian-
said, I don't know.
Which
Yeah.
was the Canadian import. If I'm correct.
And,
it was.
Alanis
from
Morissette was
ITV.
there.
Yes, she was.
And at the same time, maybe a little bit later, that was
She's hot,
And
too.
the old
Oh, yeah.
the old fire gag. Ready, aim. No. And then they always coax the guy who was supposed to have the firing squad. They always,
Shoot at him?
Yeah.
Get him to
shoot
stand in
him.
front of the wall, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Barth. Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right.
Oh,
What's the one that said that 4-H
the
stands for?
dungeon guy. You remember the dungeon guy?
Oh,
This guy
yeah, the
farts
torture.
burgers, and then they let the dude out.
Yeah, I see. Wasn't he the guy who said that 4-H stood for, health, home, and happiness, and heartburn?
Yeah,
Oh, God.
I don't. Dude, it's been so long.
That's the one line I remember from that whole time, and that's really sad.
We digressed, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
up to the
Family
next...
Guy and,
Up to the next...
Oh, well, here, Simpsons versus Family Guy. The infighting, the personal jabs, that's not cool.
But it makes it for some...
I mean,
television,
it
though.
does, but come on, let's be adults here,
Yeah, my question is, though, when they're doing this,
Mhm.
do they get permission somehow from Fox? Can Fox override, Matt Groening saying, or Seth MacFarlane going yes or no to it?
You know what? They might. We don't know it, but they might be getting fined.
Or The Simpsons has always tweaked Fox. I remember the one opening where you had the little Fox emblem on the side of the screen.
Yeah.
And the family, they run to the sofa, they see the Fox emblem, they tear it off and they stomp all over it.
I remember that.
There's a thing called parody.
They've always tweaked the network.
Now-
Which is, even I think it was Barry Diller who was basically Mr. Burns is basically a caricature of.
Right.
Now, I know there's a parody law that allows you to make fun of things as long as you don't slander or libel it. So, I mean, maybe that's how they're getting away with it.
Maybe. I don't know.
I just wish a critic could be involved.
They still bring them back once in a while in The Simpsons. Usually once every 3 seasons you see Jay show up.
Jay Sherman.
Yeah, always, usually in a cameo sometimes. Like in a recent episode about maybe 2 or 3 years ago, he was in a jail cell. And they panned over, and I don't know who was in jail, but you saw Jay talking about it stinks,
It stinks.
Over and over again.
Then it's a menace to society.
Oh, and Comedy Central now runs The Critic again.
Oh, they are?
Yeah,
You know what?
early in the morning.
You know what, though? I used to love The Critic. I'm sorry, man. I thought that was some great television.
We'll have to delay. And Mark will put on the delay, and then you'll hear our voices popping for the next
Delay
2 minutes.
release. Okay. We'll move on to the next topic because you know what? Maybe we should take the break here because we just.
We'll take a break.
Yeah. So we'll pause it here and
And we'll
be
hear
right back.
all about the great college here at LCCC.
Hi there. I'm on my way, I'm making it. I've got to make it show, yeah. So much larger than life. I'm gonna watch it growing.
we're gonna kick into a more serious tone. That's right, we're not gonna talk. Okay, anyways, we'll do strategies and response times is what the topic is, and I guess the first thing we'll focus on is, and we actually, an episode we previously recorded about Chocolate City, was it?
Yeah.
Basically, we'll discuss Katrina, Wilma, and the aftermath, of course, in New Orleans. And,
New Orleans gets all the attention. Isn't Mississippi saying they need some attention lately?
you know, I
They're
need
not
some
getting
attention,
it?
but I'm not quite getting it either.
But they're not as bad as Nolans. You know.
Now, Jeremy used to live in New Orleans.
Yes, I did.
And if you ever listened to one of my live shows a while
2
back,
years in a row.
yeah, we had a little conversation about it. But the mayor, Hagan is his name there?
I don't remember.
Hagan, okay.
Great Nagan.
Yeah. Like,
So-
dude, that dude, I heard his comment, which is like, and this is what he said, and this is a quote: New Orleans will always be a chocolate city. Now, when he first said that,
On
he
Martin
meant
Luther King. On Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King Day. Now, when he said that, this was what his thinking was. There's a mixture of African Americans and there's a mixture of Caucasians. If they decide to get married and elope and make a baby, then they, I guess technically, I mean, they do come out a little bit of a lighter color. I guess you can call them chocolate, whatever. But, and like, he was just feeding off the thing. Now, like a week later, he's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know what the heck I was saying. But the thing is, you know, he just dug himself one of the probably the biggest holes that he was going to either, one, not get out of, or two, he's going to bury himself in.
He's probably not going to get reelected, I think.
You know,
And
the ratio of African Americans to white people there is like 2 to 1. So I'm not doing that, and I'm not trying to sound racial here, but you don't know. I don't know. We'll find out when elections come in. I'll ask. I have some people down there that'll let me know.
Yeah. I was watching a show last night, and I don't remember what it was, but one of the biggest killers of black people, the top number 1 on the list was FEMA. FEMA. Because of the response to how many people died during the thing.
I think it said female at first.
Females, yeah, there's a lot of homicidal women in
Hey, you know what? I can say yes to that. There are some crazy female dogs down there.
Okay.
All right.
But basically, the big joke is FEMA's response time was less than glorious. And
They made a cartoon about it, about the response times.
Which one?
Foamy the squirrel.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
He always is pissing and moaning about
What
something.
Is that familiar?
We'll show you, but you know what? Next time you're on AIM, I'll give you the link. It's true though. Like, you know, this is like a week after Katrina happened, and they put this up there, and pretty much Foamy was like, all you reporters reporting this, you don't know what this is about. Get up and help somebody. Put down your microphone, help somebody. Don't ask them what they've been through. Give them your shirt. Help them. You know, there's people sitting there on rooftops and you're looking at them. Help them. You know, it's pretty much, you know, media made this a farce. They made Katrina a farce. They really did that. The media really took this natural disaster and exploited it for all it was worth.
And saying that our standards of journalism have never been. This has been like the best example of journalistic work.
Yeah. You even see that in this newspaper, which we'll rename nameless, and because I'm angry about it. But anyway, I digress.
Is it a local newspaper or are you talking about the college newspaper?
The college newspaper.
Oh.
They report something about New Orleans?
No, but I can't understand why I turn in a sports story. It doesn't get published, but they'll talk about lap dances.
And use the F word
Yeah,
in those stories. Which, by the way, let's say right now again, reiterate that the views and opinions expressed by Jeremy Hudgens do not necessarily reflect those of anyone on the panel.
Exactly.
The Collegian is, I stand neutral. I'm in position with the Collegian because I have to work with them on a daily basis.
Yeah, me too, because I've taken journalism 2 classes.
And then also because
I
Anthony and Amanda, to our side, have worked for the paper in the past.
I
Yep.
turned some articles in.
I'm like the
Did they get
oldest guy
published?
there.
Yeah, see? Why turn in stuff? Because it doesn't get published.
I turned in something for, I think, beginning of the club and Transgender Day Remembered.
Yeah. Hey, they don't do it. Oh, give us your story. We'll throw it away.
Apparently get lost.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I got off on a rant. I'm sorry.
If they lost it, I mean...
Nah, they
I really...
I'm not worried about it.
Oh.
Well, see, if you guys are emailing it to them, you probably don't expect to get in.
Yeah.
If you guys hand them a hard copy, stick it in their box.
I gave them a disc.
You gave them a disc.
Yeah.
See, I understand this. In this day and age where viruses are a problem, they don't know where your disk is coming from, they don't know where your email is coming from, and chances are they may not open it. They prefer you either copy and paste something or you hand them a hard copy. If you stick it on disk or you email it to them, they may never get to it. Because they obviously just got a whole bunch of new Macs. They don't want to get anything on them.
Max.
Yeah, I know, but...
Actually, the last paper was really good. They had the mural project on the front page, which is really actually starting to take off.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
a good thing.
I saw it
Have
was
you
going
seen
to
the
the
mural
hallway.
project yet? It's
No, I
really,
haven't.
really good.
I haven't seen that
I
yet.
saw that last Friday. I was walking
Isn't it
around.
great?
Mm-hmm.
See, my only thing was, what relevance does a story about lap dancing have with students, you know?
Yeah.
At least my
Well,
story was relevant, but it didn't get in.
It's sports. There is no sports in the
What?
collegiate.
It's because the guy who wrote Sports Chad, he is actually writer for the Chronicle now.
That and,
Wow.
you know, somebody named Bob Evans writes a story that is horse crap.
I love his sausage, by the way. Take that however you want. Excellent sausage.
But Jeremy Hudgens writing an article about 1-1 Browns doesn't get in. I'm sorry, but I write better than that dude. And I will toot my horn on that. Anyway.
Jimmy
you
Dean.
talking about Katrina, right?
Yeah, I got off on a rant.
Jimmy Dean.
We got into media and I went off on a rant.
Yeah.
Jimmy Dean makes some good sausage too.
Yes, he did.
I'll say this right now.
You want to speak up
Well,
about the collegian or something?
Well, as for dealing with Katrina, my dad's down there serving in his second tour, and he says the cleanup isn't even really that far. There's still like a dead horse hanging in a tree. He goes down and is dealing with alligators on an everyday basis.
Well, you're gonna get gators.
There was an alligator, a dead one, in a trash bin, like one of those big
How big was it?
dumpsters. And they left it there until he came back. He was home for a month, and it was still there.
Belts for everyone.
It was dead?
Yeah.
See,
Well,
Well,
yeah.
I had
assuming it-
pictures of people poking it.
yeah.
So
there,
that
you
just
know,
shows you.
and the thing too is, you know, to get back to the thing, when it first happened, I got so scared because I lived 40 miles away in a place called Ponchatoula, and I got so scared that it totally wiped us out because, hey, we're underwater, you know. And even when it rained a little bit, even in Ponchatoula, the streets were flooded. So I found out from a reliable source, somebody who actually lives in Ponchatoula, who I found through a website, but said that everything was okay there, so that kind of made me a little bit happy. It relieved some stress from me. You know, it hit a lot of people, you know. New Orleans, I found out the French Quarter was fine, but like downtown is wasted.
Mm-hmm.
So I think God had a little bit of a humor. He's like, I think I'm going to keep the second Sin City nice and fine and just wipe out the rest of it.
Yeah, you can still show your boobs, but you can't spend any money.
Right, you know, that's the whole thing. Because I think the first thing that opened up was a strip joint, if I remember right.
They were showing bars opening up.
Yeah,
There was a bar that was open up, had no refrigeration, was just buying ice from somewhere and just totally stocking beer like that.
Well, you know,
I think they stayed open through much of the chaos there.
Yeah,
and
well, that too, and I also heard that, you know, now being, you know, a couple of months later, and Mardi Gras right around the corner, that Mardi Gras is going to go without a hitch. So trying to get back what they used to have. Is it a smart idea? I think so. One, you're going to get some more money back into the place.
Tourism will help you.
Tourism will help build back up what...
After the tsunami, they had a lot of tourism still, and they were thinking of that. A lot of people were upset about that. But
You mean hurricane, right?
No, the tsunami.
Who are we talking
overseas.
The one in
Remember,
okay.
right after that,
Switch
they still had
topic.
a lot of they still had a lot of tourism, and some people were upset about that, but that brought revenue and that would help people.
Stay for the strippers. No, go for the strippers. Stay for the swimming.
That's bad water.
They were playing with dead alligators.
Yeah, I
singing
don't
from
know.
And don't play
Might
with
end
dead
up with
alligators.
something.
Yeah.
Well, I can say at least the military's still trying to get stuff done down there.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, is it as bad? Did your dad say? Is it as bad as it was when they first got down there, or his first tour,
No,
or is it a
but
little
there's
bit
still
better?
areas that seem to have been neglected.
Right.
It's just like they are continuously neglected.
And you know what sucks? You ever listen to the song "When the Levee Breaks" by Led Zeppelin?
No.
Listen to that song. Big Bob, one of the DJs at Duck Radio, told me to listen to that song again, and he's like, listen to it, and then think of New Orleans.
In fact,
And it was dead on.
In
It
fact,
was so creepy. No, seriously, Katrina, probably one of the most devastating things. I'm actually kind of glad that, I know this sounds a little selfish, but I'm kind of glad that I moved back to Ohio, because I don't think that, I probably myself would have been messed in the head,
yeah.
Especially
when you see all the news, especially because of, again, all the news coverage and how they were basically saying, and how it ended up being all erroneous about people, getting murdered in the Superdome and Convention Center, and it's like on overpass
Speaking of the
night 10.
Superdome,
That was a mess.
that was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Although you know what though, they built that knowing in mind if there was ever a hurricane with that power, that it could withstand that. I think that's another reason why they built the dome.
And all it did was sustain some serious damage to the roof.
Yeah, I think
it did not collapse.
Yeah, it did not collapse. The only thing, it was a little bit torn down. The roof, there were some stuff with the roof. The first game back is going to be in August it's going to be the New Orleans Saints versus the Atlanta Falcons. They're next season they will be back up and running.
Because I swear at one point they were talking about tearing it down and building a new one.
Well, actually, there's a Superdome. There's the Superdome, and then right across the street from it is where the New Orleans Hornets play. Right across the street
We're
from
talking the basketball.
Oh, the arena?
Yeah.
Okay.
New Orleans
There's the
Arena.
they call
Okay.
that New Orleans Arena?
I think that's.
I don't remember because they moved and then they opened and christened it. Or I moved and then they opened it. But that's where the New Orleans / Oklahoma City Hornets play right now. But that actually sustained more damage than the Superdome for obvious reasons. But I think when they built the Superdome, they knew that would probably be a place for everybody to go if something of that magnitude happened. And it withstand and withheld a lot of stuff. So, as much as many people lost their lives, there are a lot that didn't. They have nothing now, which sucks dearly. But it's got to rebuild, and maybe if anybody's religious, if they see it as like, it's the end is here. If you are, well, take a step back and enjoy the ride. If you're not, well, hey, whatever. So, but it's crazy. It's so much crap has happened. With Katrina and with Wilma and then
Rita.
Rita.
Basically, how the whole city of Houston tried to leave, and the whole city of Houston was in a traffic jam on I-45 northbound.
And then the stuff with the miners. Hey, just take a step back. You got to enjoy life while you can, folks.
Did you see the episode of South Park with global warming? Totally Split the Day After Tomorrow?
No.
So it's called
I quit watching it after Negroplasty because that offended me.
What was it? The episode was called The Day Before the Day After Tomorrow, which was today. So,
okay.
Or something like that. Basically, it was today, and global warming. And basically, if you ever watch Day After Tomorrow, the movie, basically, an intense freeze comes over the northern part of the globe. And in South Park, an intense nothing They're just paranoid, you know. It's just messed up. I mean, they're running away from what they consider global warming, and basically the whole joke at the end is there was no such thing as global warming. So,
Yes, there is.
no, I know that, but that's the position of the creators of South Park, apparently.
I sometimes wonder about them boys.
Yeah.
I wonder if something's not ticking right in their head.
Now, I find myself fascinated watching over and over again
Fascinating.
the tsunami footage from Indonesia. I can't stop. I'm watching the background. I want to see the little waves. You don't see them, and I'm just watching, waiting for the water to bulge up a little bit, and then you finally see it hit the shore. And I sometimes wonder, boy, wouldn't it have been great to just be on the second floor of that hotel that was right there near the shore, just to watch the water run under me, knowing that perhaps the building would break, but that would be so exciting to see. But then again,
Would you be dead?
no,
Yeah, and then
that guy who was
you
recording
would
it
be-
survived, and he never even got wet. He was on the second floor. The way water.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, even still, then you'd be dead, and then think how you'd feel.
Well, he didn't die. He stayed on the second floor of the hotel until somebody came
Or
and
you'd be
rescued him.
dead.
But again, you'd be dead, and then think how you'd
I don't
feel.
think it's the end of the world, though, but I think a lot of people are scapegoating it and trying to say it's the end of the world. A lot of people were pointing out that there was a GLBT parade scheduled that weekend, and they had it on God Hates Fags. They had this horrible article blaming gay people for Katrina. I mean, that was ridiculous.
Yeah. No, that's,
I don't think gay people actually had Katrina come around the corner.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna punch out a gay person and be like, you caused Katrina or something.
Exactly, but they had it online, and they had all these. It was just. It was
Wow,
a
that's-
really
that's
awful
amazing.
that's
article.
the same group of people that apparently was.
That's what I'm doing.
I guess they were protesting at the miners' funerals too, as well.
People need to just chill
I'm
out.
kind of curious. How many people at this table believe the Earth was created 20,000 years ago? Yeah, okay, I didn't think so.
It was created a long time ago in a galaxy far away.
Yeah.
Far, far away.
The
Far,
Earth
far
is
away.
technically about 4.5 billion years ago, or 4.5 billion years old, I should say. The universe being 5 billion years old. And the current issue is teaching both views, both the God, what is the name of it? The
Creationism?
creationism, very good. Creationism and the scientific.
Evolution.
Well, creatism is evolution. Or no, evolution is
Evolution, Darwin, creationism
Yeah, that's right.
is like that.
Darwinism and creativism.
All right.
There we go.
I like
Both of them.
I'm sorry, I lost track with you.
Okay. Basically,
Creationism, and
Is that God created everything.
right. God
And
created everything.
evolution
Evolution.
is what the
is
Darwin came up
Darwinism.
Yeah.
with. We
Darwinism.
owe like our Darwinism.
Yeah, something like that.
That we come from apes. I'm like,
Actually, if you trail that back, we actually come from fish.
Yeah.
We
A
actually.
single cell, if you trail
Well,
it
yeah, if you
down.
really want to get technical, but cell to fish to reptile to ape to human.
anyway.
But that's why I like bananas so much and like licking my poo. So it makes
Hey.
perfect sense.
Does make sense if you're Anthony.
And plus, if gorillas had, they would wear flannel all the time.
But actually, if you look
And
at
socks.
the Bible, and you look at evolution, and you look at the way things happen in the Bible, they're pretty much follows the way things happened in evolution.
Well, here's the thing, though.
So maybe you could believe both if you really wanted to get crazy.
Well, it's weird because, being brought up, to think that it's not that I shouldn't say think. I'm gonna go to hell for that one. Being that the Bible is dead on. I like Pangea. I see certain things in Pangea. I think that was real because if you connect South America
to Africa.
to Africa, it's a perfect fit.
Yeah, it is.
Almost.
Well, these parts break up
Well,
at the
yeah, if you take into account, a
Erosion.
over-
Right. The erosion, right.
Exactly.
But no, I think that's totally true because, like I said, it's like a puzzle piece. It really is. Maybe in the time of Adam and Eve, that's what it was, and then it broke up. During time. I don't know. But there's definitely. I don't know I don't know. It's crazy. That's why I don't like scientists because they always think that they're right, and then you got the Christians that they say they're always right. it's like,
Try
look,
being both. It's quite interesting. Try being gay and both.
yeah, that's
quite
even more interesting.
Yeah.
You got the, but it's you know, it's kind of like I'm tired of hearing. You know, I want to tell the scientists to shut up. You know, so it's like look, whatever people will believe. You know, so if you're dead on Christianity, if you're dead on scientists.
Do you want them to only teach creationism in schools, though?
They want to actually do both. They want to give kids the choice. Thing is, do we really want to give kids the choice?
More. I learned, I think, 3 or 4 different theories when I was in high school. We learned creationism, we learned evolution, and then we learned this other one, which is this theory that we were originally aliens on Mars.
Wow. See,
What teacher did you have?
Actually, I had worse. I worked with a woman, and when I worked at McDonald's, who actually believed that we were aliens who came from Mars. That was what she believed.
see,
Wow, I don't, because we had the same teacher, Mrs. Wersch. Her husband was once mayor, then councilman, and all sorts of different public servant issues and all sorts of public servant positions. And I never remember that one, but I do remember the salamander incident.
I had other incidents with her. I'm not going to
But no, I mean, you know, it's kind of like whatever you guys believe. You know, I believe in a little bit of both because like I said, you know, I was brought up not totally in the church, but I was brought up with the church, and you know, I do believe the Adam and Eve thing and whatnot. But then again, I also see Pangea because it fits. So. Yeah, I could see a little bit of both. I mean, so who knows? Hey, when we die, we'll know. You know?
My thing is, I could take the Adam and Eve thing because humans had to start somewhere.
Right.
I mean, these two must have been the first 2 sentient humans.
And to be honest, I think Adam and Eve would be better names than like Oog and Ugg.
Well, obviously they modernized them because the Bible is actually a storybook that has been passed along and modified every hundreds of years. And obviously nothing is exactly the way it used to be. Names have been changed to protect the innocent and whatnot.
Yeah, you know, they're supposed to bookmark that and let you know that happens, but apparently they didn't do that back then.
You know, like 13th Apostle Rufus, totally not in the book. Go figure. You know
Jesus owes that dude $13.
And that's why he's not in the book. Plus he's black. Although, you know, supposedly, and probably true, everybody
We're going to hell for this.
is all, you know, like darker skin color back then.
You're going straight to the place where the man with the beard and the horns lives.
Mike House? Oh, wait a minute. He moved out.
No.
Wow.
No, and I'm pretty sure he'll be playing cards with the fellow demons waiting for your arrival.
Oh, I doubt it.
Okay.
But anyway.
He's not going to be waiting for my arrival. I'm not going there.
Aha, my religion doesn't believe in hell. Ho ha ha. I believe, okay, well see, my belief system is basically built around my dad kind of like changed me a little bit. I was all accepting in the evolution thing, but then I realized, how can there be 2 different main theories on how the world is, evolution and Genesis, and they work well, yeah, and Aaron's right, they do work well together, but I think of it like this, I don't think there's a God. I think there's actually another race out there that actually had a hand in where we are today. I think maybe there are aliens out there, and we're just, we're technically just, what would be an offspring? We're offspring of an alien.
We're offspring.
No, it's not a Mars theory. I don't believe we're anything Mars. I believe
we're offspring of the offspring.
Oh, you know what?
Obviously.
Have you ever read Many Waters by Ursula? No,
I don't even read.
It's the same woman who did,
I'm illiterate.
She wrote A Wrinkle in Time, and one of the things was Many Waters is actually a basic retelling of the Noah story, but if you read the book carefully, you realize that the Ark was actually on Mars, and then traveled to Earth. It's a rather interesting story. Madeline LeAngle, I can't pronounce her name right, but it's part of the Wrinkle in Time series.
Interesting.
Yeah. Gene Roddenberry theory is basically what that's called, the alien thing. So, I mean, I will subscribe to Gene Roddenberry, so...
Man, we digressed.
Okay, so we'll switch up to
Gene Roddenberry. You can always digress to Gene Roddenberry.
Yeah, man.
No, hey, not that that's bad. I mean, let's just say we...
I like the theory that perhaps there are others out there, we're not alone, and perhaps one of those others thousands of hundreds of millions of years ago decided to create another race, or at least maybe.
So you're an experiment by an alien species.
I do not want.
Maybe we are. You ever what? Did you went to
I see that, Tony.
the
I don't think Nate's an experiment.
what is that?
Nate's totally evolutionized.
That one with John Belushi in 1980.
Oh, we want the good package.
No.
No, with John Ritters and John.
No.
Yeah.
No. You're talking about that movie in 1989 with Jim Belushi and John Ritter.
Yeah.
No, I'm
We
talking.
want the good package.
What was that movie?
Because they gave them some water from a tree.
The Togas.
Animal House.
Animal House. Yeah.
Where they all get wasted and go, do you know that we're probably an atom? It's, our universe is probably an atom inside the thumb of another giant, and your thumb's another
I
universe.
remember that was pretty good.
That was like, holy, I was like, I want to die when I watched it. I was like, wow, that is so true. Because if you ever watched Men in Black,
Oh, at the end.
they open up the locker, and inside is another universe.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I thought that was interesting. So, we'll move on to the last topic for today, and of course, that's terrorism and war. Now, the news today is the guy behind the bombing of the Cole, USS Cole, a military ship. He escaped from Yemen prison, however you want to put it. And the news buzz is that Yemen is a hideout for terrorism, perhaps that somebody in Yemen helped them escape, but not the people running the prison themselves. So I'm like thinking to myself, so they kept this guy in prison for, 5 years, whatever. And what was he doing during his 5 years? Was he like lifting weights, he eating his curry or whatever the hell he
Watching Oz.
we're just watching television. Was this like just a? Then they finally decided just let him escape. I mean, him and 22 other people.
He watched Oz and figured out how to dig out, like that one guy did in like the 4th or 5th season.
Okay, sure. So, and that show hasn't been on here. It's nuts. And then we get back into you get back into Hamas in charge of Palestine, and it's just they closed it down. Is that how the show ended?
Yeah, that's how they totally just obliterated.
Wow, I
it.
haven't seen the 6th season yet.
It's they
I know who dies in the 6th season.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
I just remember turning on one episode, and next thing I know is two inmates are in the corner in the dark, pleasuring one or the other, or actually one being forced to, and that was basically all I needed to see the show. I changed the channel. I have nothing against gay. It's just gay in prison's creepy.
Well, they had a love story that spanned several seasons.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
It was great.
Haha.
Beecher Keller, all the way.
No, it's because I'm watching Law and Order, and the guy who's one of the detectives in Law and Order is...
that's why I love Law and Order SVU, because he played Chris Keller on Oz.
Yeah,
I love Stabler. The actor's awesome.
Creep me out. I was like, oh, okay, gotta stop. Okay.
Yeah, he went from inmate to
Cop, yeah.
Cop.
How do you do that 180 right there?
The guy who played Ryan O'Reilly was in the first few episodes as a cop who couldn't make it in SVU, and then he left. And then that's when they
Ryan O'Reilly was awesome.
Ryan O'Reilly.
His brother was cool too until they killed him off.
Oh, I love his brother. His brother was so sweet.
See, all I remember is that Winston is like the superintendent of the prison or something like that. Winston from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Ernie
Hudson.
Yeah. That
He was a hard ass in that one.
Yeah.
He's played a lot of softer roles recently though, and he lost a lot of weight too.
And they actually
Eat some cheeseburgers, Ernie.
Criminal Intent was on the show as a woman, on Oz, as a woman who killed her child because she thought the child was possessed.
See, it makes me wonder if they have a pool of people who are in certain types of series, and then whenever they make a new show,
Well,
they
two
call
of
all
the-
these people.
I'm sure they
People
do.
from Oz are now on Lost. We went from Terrorism to talking about Lost. No.
Yeah, that's where we went.
Wow.
Actually, that's why I started watching Lost, is because the guy who played Augustus Hill was on it.
Okay.
I loved Augustus Hill. He was such an awesome, what did he call? Greek choir is what he called him.
Okay. So what last...
Anyway.
I needed something out there. Didn't know what I was missing. Everyone talking about it everywhere. I guess I just wasn't listening. Yahoo! Things are coming together.
almost out of time, so one last thing before we go, though. Martin Luther King Jr.'s wife, Loretta or Cloretta? Am I getting it wrong?
Cloretta.
Cloretta
Scott King.
Yeah, so she passed away this weekend, and for the first time in history, she is the first woman and black woman, first black person, first woman to ever be placed in the Capitol Rotunda of, I believe, Georgia.
Correct.
So she, for the last couple of days, has been in, what do they call that last?
Lying in state.
Very good, lying in state. So it's interesting. She up until recently was speaking publicly, speaking about her husband, about his wishes, his dream.
Mm-hmm.
And just like a month ago, all of a sudden started getting very ill. And I don't think they ever disclosed why. Anybody know?
She had a stroke.
Okay,
Yeah,
she had a stroke. Okay. Because at first, I guess they just said...
I don't
Her
have
last
TV
public
anymore.
appearance, they were actually surprised that she did it because she just had that stroke.
Okay, so yeah, so she had been fading away, and now she's gone. And who were the other two that... Because you know how they say one famous person goes, two other have to go at the same time. So we got... the Munsters. What you said is
Al
Lewis.
Al Lewis. Yeah. So Grandpa's gone, and who's the third? Are we gonna make predictions here?
No. Grandpa wasn't the third.
No, who was the first then?
It was shoot.
Oh boy.
That's me.
Maybe there wasn't one, and maybe we can make a prediction.
What famous person did I list?
No, there was two. Grandpa was the third.
Yeah, I just I agree with you. I just have a feeling that we're
Missing someone, huh?
Yeah. What famous
We're
person
sorry to have missed you.
dead now?
Well, the
Lou
hot
Holtz
does.
died
We
again.
should take a
Lou
moment.
Rawls, I
She
think.
died again.
Wow.
We should take a moment of silence.
I just let the ET
Oh,
play in the
sorry, I
background.
screwed that one up, didn't I?
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, oh well.
Oh, that stinks. That sounds really bad. Be glad you
But
only hear
let's
this
just
over
about-
the air and not
let's-
smelling it too.
Well,
Yeah, let's have a quick test to make sure you're listening on radio.
I'll say it's...
Is this offensive to you? Okay, and then you're listening on radio. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Look, it
Yeah,
looks
well-
like a monkey.
Well, that we
It smells like my
don't have a
throat.
website. Hi, Gary Melendy.
Okay, we're gonna stop this episode here.
Oh, wait a minute. Just this too about Al Lewis. He actually sued the state of New York and so he could legally change his name to Grandpa Al Lewis when he ran for governor of New York 2 years ago. He
Wow.
was a member of the Green Party.
You know, that would have sucked if he would have got elected. He would have died in office.
He would have, but I mean, it would be interesting. Him in the State House, wearing the cheesy Dracula-style outfit he had.
Did he wear the cape or anything when he went around, or?
I bet he did.
He had,
he would be
from what I read in the obit, he actually had a restaurant called Grandpa's, and he would make public appearances, sign autographs, and he would be in his grandpa persona.
No, you know what? Hey, and that's
which
great.
clearly outlasted his other major role, which was in Car 54, Where Are You? In which he was paired alongside, great, who played Herman?
Anthony, no, was it Quinn?
Lawrence!
No, it was one of the Quinn brothers.
Oh, boy.
I can never figure out which one it is.
He's-
But anyways,
well, Anthony, Fred Gwynn.
there you go, Fred. Okay.
Yeah, they both
I always
were on
keep
both-
Anthony and Fred mixed up. Go
Yeah,
figure.
but they were on both shows. So, it was interesting.
Did Monsters come first, or did
Adam's Family?
I think the
or
Ames
54?
family. No, Car 54 came first,
Okay.
then Ames Family, and then the Munsters. If memory-
They should have had a show where both of them meet up.
That would have been great.
That would have been fantastic TV.
I would-
Because then they could live in the same house.
Yeah. I would have
Be roommates.
even gone into the Dr. No time machine and just gone back in time, like 1966.
Yeah.
Do you know how the characters were in the show? They're supposed to be both Lily and Herman are supposed to be 160 years old. 160.
Well,
We're in the show.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
Al Lewis was 93.
She looked
when
pretty
he died.
kicking for 160, didn't
I
she?
know.
Man, she was hot.
I do that corpse. Anyway, we'll end this episode.
What's the flannel on, by the way?
Flannel and socks.
I think we need to take a moment of silence for those wonderful people who have passed away.
Well, if we want, let's take a moment of silence while E.T. plays in the background. Okay. And thanks for listening. Catch us again at our regular scheduled time whenever I feel like it. And goodbye.
Same duck time, same duck channel.
Good night.